Hi, hello, my name is Mario.
Nice to meet you, Mario.
I'm, I'm interested in your software development position. I heard it's available.
Yes, that's correct. Very good.
And
If you don't mind, I'd just like to ask you a few questions. If that's all right, give you a little brief interview.
sounds good.
All right. Well, one, have you ever been in a situation where you didn't have enough work to do?
Yes, working with Costco, I work in a receiving department where we're constantly doing manual labor. So we receive tasks every day. And there was one day where obviously I finished my task earlier than usual, and I was just there like not not knowing what to do. So what I did was I asked my supervisor, asked him what other work is there, and found the work to do.
Well, that's good. Definitely like to have people like that on our team. All right. So, question two: did you ever make a risky decision? Why and how did you handle it?
Well, being president of the Highland Star Club, you're making decisions every day regarding the club, and so as a president, making a risky decision is, I guess, part of the job. And there's one moment where choosing a team was a decision I had to make. Cutting players, I guess you could say, is risky, and that used a lot of thought and shared many opinions with. But then I made the final decision and thought it was the right one.
Good. So you would say you held a decent amount of authority
Yes.
and power in this position. Okay. Good. What do you believe are your strengths and weaknesses?
My strengths, I believe, are being organized and productive at the same time. I really keep myself organized by using calendars and task managers. I use apps, phones, anything that help me get organized.
Okay, that's very good.
As for weaknesses, I'm very forgetful. I like to forget. I forget a lot of things, but I do recover that by using my different apps, different things to organize myself. My organizational skills I use to help me with my forgetfulness.
Okay, great. Couple more. When you worked on multiple projects, how did you prioritize them?
I would prioritize by due date, because following due dates is very important, especially in the corporate world when you have to meet the requirements. So if I have multiple projects, I would list them by first due date and then importance, and that's how I would categorize them and prioritize.
Okay, good. Yes, deadlines are very important, especially in the corporate world. So we want to make sure that everything gets in on time. So it's good that you do prioritize things by deadline. So one last question, just from a technical standpoint, what actual programming languages have you worked with?
I've actually worked with Java, C++, and just currently one of my classes have been exposed to a little bit of C, so I do have, and also Python. I'm familiar with Python. So that I have a well-rounded, as I guess you could say, well-rounded background.
Okay, good. That's great. Well, thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it.
And I have a few questions for you.
Sure, go for it.
I just want to know, on working on projects, do you work individually or in teams?
Well, our company definitely focuses on teamwork a lot. So it's very important for people to be on task and be very open-minded in working with others. We definitely think that kind of environment gets a lot more of the job done, I guess you could say.
That was all. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Have a good one.
Hi there, nice to meet you. My name is Tom Pamplone. I'm interviewing for the software development position.
That's good to hear. We actually have a spot open for that.
Oh, good, great.
So to start off, explain to me, what are your strengths and weaknesses?
Well, in my opinion, my strengths definitely have to be my personality. So a lot of times, from personal experience, I've seen that people in the technical field don't really have an outrovert or an extroverted personality. And by being able to communicate with people and my knowledge of computers, I think that can well in the environment that I'm in, especially with a corporation. In terms of weaknesses, I mean, everyone has them. I guess probably sometimes I take on a little bit more than I can do at one point, and I'll end up either not meeting the deadline or having a little trouble making the deadline.
Oh, not making the deadline.
Yeah, well, at least I'm honest, right?
Exactly, and that's what we need, honest and with personality. That's good to hear. Tell me about how you worked effectively under pressure.
Okay, well, one point in my life I was in competitions for video film. They're called 48-hour films, and you had 48 hours to create a 1-minute film, and this film had to be postmarked and stamped and sent by a certain time to whoever's going to judge it. And these films, again, are only in 48 hours, so at that point we really had to manage our time effectively and create a list of tasks in order to get everything done on time. So that was a very stressful situation for me, and I think the best way of doing it was just breaking things down into little tasks and make things not as complicated as they really are.
That's good to hear. Our company really works with tight deadlines, and I'm looking forward to that. Now, so tell me about the project you are most proud of and what your contribution was.
All right. Well, over the summer, I have a team of mine that we work on apps for Java market, or the Android market. And most recently, we worked with our university here, and we developed a app for a physics app that basically would just show a projectile motion. And it's not exactly a big app, but for me, that was my first experience of really dealing with applications and designing them, especially for an educational purpose. I thought it was very, very exciting for me to kind of get in there and to experience it firsthand, and working with a team especially.
That's good. And do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, I just, the actual software position, I guess, how big are the projects that we are receiving? Are they something that I should be working on with a team, or are they more solo projects?
They're more of team projects. That way we get more input from one person, because our projects are looking to be big, since now in this age where it's more of a technical world. So definitely looking for bigger projects.
Okay, great. Well, thank you very much for the interview. I appreciate
Same
it.
here.
And I hope to hear from you soon.